Hey guys, this is John, and I'm playing Machine Gun in the 3-minute pool on ICC. Let's play D4 against Machine Gun. We'll play mainline. Maybe Nimzo Indian. Nope. Transposing into a Queen's Gambit declined. And you guys know my standby line against this. Old Reliable, the exchange variation with Bishop G5. This is a very early C5. I don't know what's up with that move. Okay, I'm just going to take it. So he's actually giving me the option of playing B4 to defend it. That could be interesting. All right, let's see what you have in store. I mean, if A5, I can just play A3. So I wasn't particularly worried about that. Maybe, okay, let's just play Bishop D3. And then maybe just take and play Knight GE2 to defend this knight. As far as I can tell, I probably have decent chances of just being up a pawn. So he's attacking the B pawn again. Queen B1. This is a 3-minute game, so I'm going to try to play quick and just play good, solid moves, try to consolidate the material. So if I take knight takes castles, anything special going on there? Not that I see. Okay, let's take. See what you have in store.
Check.
You can take this way. All right, so far so good. We're keeping the extra pawn. Now he starts to think. I can play a check on h7 and then drop my bishop back somewhere. It's always possible. Let's go rook d1 first, though. Maybe rook c1's better. Yeah, let's play rook c1. Maybe a bit stronger. b5. I don't think there's any tactics here or anything. This is probably a good move. Let's just go here. Probably put the bishop back on f6. If he goes there, I have to go back to c1. I don't know. Okay, let's just do this again. Let's see what he wants. Maybe I can play pawn b6. Oh, he's actually going to try to play for a win somehow. Although I was probably going to avoid the draw myself. Let's go here. Again, maybe I should insert this check. I'm not sure. Knight is under attack. Bishop f3. Seems all right. I'm trying to be careful. I might want a lift move soon. Maybe he can go bishop f5 now. Ooh. Yeah, and if I take, he takes c1. Gross. This is very tricky. Queen b3 might be forced. Well, actually, no. I can take this because after queen takes c1... Oh, no, he has queen d1. That's the move. Duh. Okay, let's go here then. Oh, then bishop c2. This is very tricky. Okay. He has bishop c2 against this, though. I just didn't have any other move, really. With my queen, it was safe. Rook d3, that might also work. Let's go here and see. You can take on f3 is the issue. And then e2 is hanging. Ugly stuff. Gotta get counterplay with this pawn. We'll try it. I have 27 seconds left. This is what I struggle with in these games, these fast games. Tempering good moves with fast play. He won't trade queens with me. I would doubt if he does that. Just go here. Attacking the bishop. And hopefully c7 next move. Gotta go fast. Let's just put this up here just in case. He'll probably play bishop c8. After which I could actually play rook takes g5 and then queen d8 check. Okay.
Time warning.
I'm still threatening queen d8 check. Okay, let's do this move. Tricky stuff. Maybe I can go queen c2. It's probably my best bet to simplify. If f5, I can take his bishop. There's no mate here. So that's not good for him.
Check.
Let's go over here.
Check.
We'll double up. He's going to try to give a bunch of checks. Let's run our queen out. I'm going to lose on time, probably. Yeah, I lost on time. Okay. We actually defended reasonably well there, but yeah, the time caught up with us in the end. I think he missed a tactical shot, though. He could have played, where was it? Right here? Bishop c2. Bishop c2 would have done the trick. Because then if I take with the queen, he takes my queen. Rook takes and rook d1 checkmate. So, yeah, bishop c2 was the move there. Okay, let's see it. Burnt up a lot of time figuring out how to defend that extra pawn. Yeah, c5 I have a feeling is not good at all, especially if he can't recover the pawn right away. I was thinking he played bishop takes, and then I probably can just take here and take on d5 with the queen. It's possible to take with a knight too, but I think he might have this move. And then if I go fork him, there's always bishop b4 check that's going to keep my play at bay. So bishop e6, b4, castles, bishop d3. Maybe he had some way to play a5 and a little bit earlier than he did and undermine my structure. But I mean, if he does it here, still a3. It's important to keep these pawns together. If this one has to capture or advance, then I lose c5. So I want to keep a solid chain right here. Often this comes down to whether your rook on a1 is defended, as mine was in this case. So I am able to keep it defended. Computer thinks this is about equal. a3, take, take. Okay, so here he should play knight c6, attacking the pawn without the rook trade inserted. Then if I play rook b1, bishop takes c3, knight takes c3, d4 is good, opening the middle. Take, queen takes, threatening the knight, so I don't quite have time to castle. What if knight e2 now? Queen f6. Yeah, and I bet his excellent play down the files, especially the d file, where he's likely to post a rook on the next move. This ties me down. I am a couple tempos behind in development compared to him, so wow, the computer thinks this is great for black. Probably because one threat is like rook f d8, and then take on d3, bishop f5 might be an option. Or if my queen goes to c2 and he has a rook on d8, rook a2, that's an even bigger threat. So I'll have trouble in tamping down his play on the A and the D files. So he took on A1 first, and then knight C6, queen B1, D4. Might be a mistake, though, because now I can just trade and castle.
Check.
Yeah, and it felt like I was coming out of this with an extra pawn now. Rook C1 was probably not good. I probably need this rook on the D file. I was worried that he would play b6 and try to undermine my structure over here. It would actually be in his favor to trade a pair of pawns, I think. Then he can fire at that remaining pawn. Whereas if I keep the pawn tandem, it seems like it's harder for him to hold the position. So rook c1, he played rook d8. I played b5, but that was a bad move in view of bishop g5. I didn't see that coming. Now I have trouble putting this rook on a good square. I want it to defend the c-pawn. But if rook c2, I immediately lose the bishop. So I went to c3, the only safe square. Oh, and c4 is controlled by his bishop, so I can't go there. And then here, he missed bishop d2. Okay. And now my rook has really run out of good squares, on the c file at least. So I'd have to play like rook a3 or something. Then he takes on c5. I could play this check. Rook d3. He can trade and then at the very least probably take here. Unless I take with a queen. Oh, he can still take here. Okay, because if I take on d2, he takes h7. He's probably better in this endgame to some degree, with the bishop versus the knight, with pawns on both sides of the board. So bishop f6, rook c1, and he didn't repeat. Probably should have, bishop g5. But he went here, and then came into d2. Yeah, this was tricky. I just didn't find a good way to consolidate. I mean, knight g3 is the computer's suggestion, maybe opening up this as a defense. What if bishop a2 then? Queen c2. That's a lot to process as far as my back rank goes. I really wish I had played a move like h3 by now. Then I wouldn't have to worry about any back rank threats coming up. So after bishop a3, okay, he missed an even easier move. Bishop here. The queen is trapped. That's funny. And again, I can't go to c2 because he just swaps and then mates me on the back rank.
Checkmate.
So summarizing that sequence, queen d7 doesn't look like a good move, but it necessitated an accurate reply by me, knight f4. How does that work? Bishop g5? I can take, and I'm hitting his rook. So he doesn't have time to go win all this stuff. I'm coming out on top out of all this. Okay, so I should have done that, but bishop e4 was not quite a losing move, but it puts me in dire straits after queen d2. Bishop f3 would have been a losing move, though. He played this. This also is winning, but he needed to find bishop to c2. Instead, he did this. Also seems pretty good still. And now we had the two bishops versus the rook plus the c-pawn. Still in trouble here, but at least I have this pass pawn that will give him issues. Let's try to trade queens, because if I can trade queens, then the danger to my king is eliminated. And actually, there's just a very good chance I might be able to win one of his bishops by pushing my pawn. Maybe not if he defends accurately. But that's the way it seemed in time pressure. Okay, so here I went rook c5, attacking his bishop. This looks pretty good. Oh, and I could have just promoted now. I'm not sure why I didn't do that. When they x-ray your king, your natural instinct is just to move the king away. At least it is for me. And I saw that if I went to the center, he has bishop d3 check. And I'd have to go either right back in the line of fire of his queen or to the middle, where I'm totally exposed and just losing after queen e6. So I instinctively just moved my king over. King h1. Yeah, I could even still queen. I just didn't see this move for some reason. I thought like he was covering it somehow. And here he could have won. Bishop takes d8, c takes d8, queen, bishop h3, and I have no defense to this. No decent defense, that is. Ouch. I have to give up my rook on g5 to stave off mate for a few moves. But he played this, and then I went queen back. Okay, this is totally sloppy play by both of us. Here. And now he could have just taken my rook, because if we trade queens, he's controlling the queening square. Instead, he played f5, after which I take, and I'm winning. But with the 9 seconds I had on my clock, I couldn't do it.
Check.
Such a shame. He threatened mate on g2.
Check.
I couldn't cover everything in time. Okay, rook takes g2 is much better, but I have 5 seconds left, 6 seconds.
Check.
And then he got a bunch of annoying checks right here.
Check.
It was like, oh.
Check.
Because if I get a free moment, I can at least, like, you know, double queens and take on g7.
Check. Check. Check.
But yeah.
Check. Check.
He checked me around a lot, and I didn't have time to finish him off. Crazy game. Lots of missed opportunities. That's like a classic 3-minute game right there. So the difference between 3 and 5 minutes is always striking. I know I've said this many times, but it really is. Like, if this were a 5-minute game, this would be an atrocious 5-minute game. But 3-minute, it's somehow more par for the course to have this many mistakes and evaluation swings. But from a theoretical point of view, I don't think black should play c5. That looks pretty junky to me. So, all right, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll be back tomorrow with another Blitz game. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.